Hi, welcome back to Chamberlain Family Farms, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about living off the land. Now, if you live in a city or even in suburbs, it's not as easy to do some of that. Yes, we can have gardens like in our front yards, side yards, and in containers and those kinds of things, but I'm talking a little bit beyond that. Now, some of you may know somebody that has a wooded area or, a larger ground that they might invite you to come and explore. And that's kind of what we're talking about today. So come with me and let's talk about some of those extra things besides just having a garden for your homestead. One thing that we're going to be enjoying soon are wild blackberries. They grow for us for free. They're not as big as the store-bought blackberries, but these are free, and they grow different parts of the property, whether we like them to or not. And we'll be picking those in a few weeks. You can see that the blackberries have the flowers on them. They do have the stickers that you have to be careful of, the briars, however you want to call them. And you can see that these are starting to get the little berries on them right here. And they make great pies. Another thing that we get to enjoy here in southern Indiana is maple syrup. Of course, it does take some time and effort to get it, but this is a great time of the year to be able to mark your trees so you know which ones are maple. This is a maple leaf, sugar maple, some people call it. And so I've gone around the property and I have marked some of my maples. And then this winter, I'll be tapping some of them and boiling it down, collecting the sap, boiling it down, and then I'll have some more maple syrup. And that's something you can use instead of cane sugar. You can use maple syrup. Okay, I found another thing that some people like, and that would be the sassafras. Notice that the leaves on a sassafras tree, they can be different shapes. On the same part here, we've got one lobe, and there's another one's got 2 or 3 lobes, and some that don't have any lobes. But you don't eat sassafras, but you can collect the roots of the trees and make a sassafras tea. Some people really like it. I'm not fond of it myself, but there's a lot of people that really like it. Okay, so I've arrived at another tree that a lot of people I am finding out really like. And this one is around the southern Indiana area, very, in abundance. If you got a wooded area. Take a look at these leaves. They're kind of huge. And what this tree is a pawpaw tree. And they will actually grow fruit on this tree called pawpaws. And some people call it an Indiana banana. And it does kind of have that taste. They have these great big huge seeds that some people like to collect, and then they transplant them, and then they have their own pawpaws. This one is a little small right now, but I have marked it so that we don't accidentally cut it down for any reason. And we know that that's going to produce some pawpaws eventually. Now, another tree we have here on the farm are some oak trees. Here's the leaves on those. And every year they produce lots and lots of acorns. There are some people that will collect them and take the nut part out of the acorn, and they'll pound it into a flour. There's certain ways you have to do that. I myself have never tried that, but if things got desperate, that is an option that we have. Let's go to the little house and we'll have a longer conversation and talk about some other plants. My dog Ginger and the other mama cat. Hi there. All right, so another thing that you can get off of the land, and some of this you can get right in your own yard, are some different wild edibles. You might get some plantain out of your driveway. They tend to like the rock areas, and there's ways of eating that. There's some broadleaf that you can get, some clover. It has edible parts, and one weed that, well, we call it a weed, that a lot of people get are dandelions. And as a lot of you already know, you can eat almost every part of the dandelion. We always hate it because it ends up getting into that little white fluff ball that carries its seeds away, but it is edible if a person wants to do it. Now, I probably won't be, harvesting those, but it is an option. And a lot of those options are right there in your own yard. There is still another option for living off the land. And if you're a townie that you'd have to go out to the country to do it, you're going to need special permission, and that is hunting. Hunting is another way of living off the land. Here, almost daily, we see wild rabbit and squirrels. Occasionally, we see wild turkey and deer, and there's even other things. Some people fish in creeks or ponds or rivers, so those are options too. But if you do go on someone else's land, make sure you get special permission. I hope I've given you a little bit of extra information that you can think about, ways of living off the land, making your life fuller with some of this. As always, we appreciate you coming and joining us here at the farm, and have a great day. Bye. We look forward to hearing from you. You can contact us by email at chamberlainff@gmail.com. Like us and subscribe to Facebook and YouTube at Chamberlain Family Farms. We're also available on Rumble at Chamberlain FF. We really look forward to hearing from you. Give us some ideas. Bye.